What is up, my friend? Welcome to episode number 55 of the Anthony John Amos podcast. This is another Sunday sermon edition. And today I want to talk about why most people who invest heavily into coaching and self-development live with guilt and shame and never really get the results they want. So if you've ever bought a course, maybe you've attended a seminar, joined a mastermind group, or just work with a coach or something, and you still feel like you're not as far along as you thought you'd be by now, I'm here to tell you it's not your fault, and I'll explain why in this episode and what to do about it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Anthony John Amos podcast, the one and only podcast designed to help you become unstoppable in life and business. My name is Anthony John Amos. My friends call me AJ, and my goal with this podcast is to help you remember who you truly are so you can maintain your center in the chaos, embody your potential, and unlock freedom in your life and business. That being said, let's get into today's show.
All right, welcome back. I can't believe that we're already 55 episodes into the show. This is kind of crazy to think about that to me. Now, if you want to get some great guidance regularly on breaking through to a new level of peace, power, and profits, just follow me over on Instagram at AJ Amix. I share a lot of great ideas. I answer a lot of questions pretty regularly over there. So just head on over there to Instagram, check it all out. My Instagram handle is at AJ Amix. So let's talk about why most people who invest heavily into coaching and self-development live with guilt and shame and never really get the results they want. Well, here's the thing. Unknown to most people, they are fighting against a universal principle known as the law of being. And since they are working against this simple science rather than leveraging it, everything seems to be a struggle. Their marriage, their business, their relationships with those they care about, everything. You see, God, Spirit, Universe, Atman, Brahman, whatever name that you want to call it, can only give you that which you give yourself. Now, some people call this the law of attraction, yet the law of being goes way deeper than the law of attraction. And quite frankly, I'm here to tell you that the law of attraction is flawed. Because you can meditate, visualize, and tell yourself positive affirmations all day long, but if at your core, you still don't feel good enough, you still don't feel confident enough, you're still not certain in your ability to produce results, then you will continually creating opportunities to create exactly that which you are at your core. And your core consists of the thoughts and the feelings that you hold on to predominantly, both consciously and, more importantly, subconsciously. Now, I don't care what race, color, creed, gender, or sex you are, the law of being is neutral. And it doesn't care who you are or what your stories or your limiting beliefs are. Now, if you don't understand this, I'm here to tell you that you're going to expend your entire life feeling like you're running up a mountain with parachutes tied behind your back. You're going to continue investing into courses and programs and seeing limited results. And regardless of the level of results that you create for yourself, you're going to feel an internal pressure of, what if it all goes away? What if the empire that you've worked so hard to build just goes away? So in order to then alleviate that internal pressure that, let's be honest, most people around you don't understand or even have the awareness to know how to relate to, you're probably going to find yourself fighting day in and day out to prove or defend your results because you're 100% committed to living the life that you want on your terms. After all, you know the buck stops with you. So what are you to do? Well, first, let's dive into the science a bit so I know you get what I'm talking about. The work of Sir Isaac Newton, Albert Einstein, Max Planck, and many other incredible physicists have proved that everything in existence is made up of frequency. From a rock to a bird to air to us. Now, this means that the sum of who you are is vibrating at a certain frequency, and the sum of who I am is vibrating at a certain frequency. And those frequencies, they interact with each other. And sometimes these frequencies resonate and sometimes they don't. And this means that no one can walk into a room without fundamentally changing the frequency or the energy of what is going on in that room. This means that you're either raising the frequency of the room or you're lowering it. Now, I like to think of this frequency as a thing I call core power. And your level of core power impacts how much confidence and certainty you have without feeling the need to prove or defend anything to anyone, including yourself. So in a way, it's the barometer of your frequency. Now, there are 3 areas that influence core power. First, there's your thoughts. So let's just call this mindset. Oftentimes, people try to think their way into confidence and certainty and out of the need to prove or defend something. Now, second, you have actions. Let's call this skill set. Some people try to work and do their way out of feeling the need to prove or defend something to someone or even to themselves. Now, the third and final element, it's something few ever consider, but I'm going to call it body set because I like skill set, mindset, body set, just keeping with the sets here. So body set is like how you feel about yourself. See, most people, they don't have a clue about body set. I mean, they understand mindset, they understand skill set, but they're missing the third leg of the stool, the body set. But the thing is body set is actually the trickiest and most important part of the entire equation because it actually has the most influence on the other two parts. See, when you have connection with your body set mastered, what happens is your thoughts and actions actually just follows like a natural byproduct. It's pretty darn easy. So why is body set so important? Well, it's kind of like we have this internal caveman or cavewoman inside of us. And its fuel is our subconscious and its language is feelings. And it doesn't understand mindset thinking-based games. And it does everything it can to be acknowledged, regardless of the sophisticated thinking or the amazing skill sets that you try to cover it up with. Now, if you don't believe me, then let's look at an example. Let's say one person wants to grow their business. Like she's already at a consistent $20,000 a month. Like that's what she has coming in recurring revenue from clients. And she wants to go to consistent $50,000 months. And she's at a place where she knows she needs help. She knows she needs to hire someone because she just cannot keep doing it all by herself. So she reads the books, right? She knows how to hire and manage someone, but does she pull the trigger and hire somebody? No. I'm here to tell you that there are areas in your business that are exactly the same way, and the same thing is going on in your family life. And at one level or another, every single person on this planet wants to feel independent, accepted, and secure. And I bet they have plenty of shoulds all around them and how to meet those desires. In other words, they know what they should be doing, right? Their mindset is focused. They believe in their head what needs to be done. They have the skill sets. But more often than not, the outcome just isn't happening. It's like at one level or another, they're not feeling independent, accepted, or secure, regardless of what they accomplish or produce. Now, why is that? Well, because as a high achiever, you're constantly living on the edge of your comfort zone. And when you're on the edge of your comfort zone, guess what part of you takes over? The part of you that feels, your body set. Now, on one side of the coin, some people call this their heart or their gut or the intuition. And on the other side of the coin, some people call it the mammalian brain or the lizard brain. But regardless of the label, this part of you doesn't care about all of your mindset work. It doesn't care about what amazing stuff you've learned in the game of skill sets. And regardless if you want to sit here and mentally justify that you can think or do your way to unlock the next level of freedom, purpose, and success for yourself, this part of you never lies because it's fueled by your deeper subconscious. And until you learn to lead and make peace with this part of you to become self-aware about the truth of your experience, you're going to be at a huge disadvantage. See, the truth is most high achievers have actually been trained to do their best to kill, to mask, to ignore this part of them because they believe it will hurt them. They believe it will rob them of the results that they have worked so hard to create in the first place. And that, my friend, is a limiting belief that keeps you from fully unlocking your potential and growing your business from a place of peace. So have you consider ignoring your body set is the worst possible thing you can do because it defies the law of being. And while you may have been successful despite ignoring it up to this point, what got you here will not get you to where you want to go next. And I'm here to tell you, you have to integrate this part of you to move forward with core power. Now, let me prove it to you. See, body set is actually more powerful and primal than mindset. See, you can think of the most positive, empowering thoughts about yourself all day long, but if at your core you're sad or angry or afraid, if you don't feel congruent with those positive thoughts, you'll never believe what you're thinking, and deep down you're going to feel like an imposter. Now, I want to get your attention on this because this one single concept can be a game changer for you. Remember, the world will give you exactly that which you are at your core. And your core consists of the thoughts and the feelings that you hold on to predominantly. This is the universal law of being. No one can escape it, but everyone can leverage it. I'm here to tell you it's what you think and feel about yourself and your reality consistently that brings about sustainable growth and change. Like, you can only fight to think positive thoughts while feeling absolutely miserable for so long before you self-sabotage and start to feel like an imposter. Body set is also more powerful than strategic action. Well, maybe you're thinking, well, how can that be? Well, if you're working day in and day out at the game of skill sets and you're taking massive action, but at your core of cores, you're not aligned with your actions, you may get amazing results in one area of life for a time, but you will constantly experience massive stress, burnout, and overwhelm. And then the others of your life will start to collapse, and then, boom, self-sabotage. Now, this often occurs by you playing it safe or being controlling or unable to let go or procrastinating on important tasks or maybe trying to be or make things perfect or possibly pretending that you just know it all or overanalyzing things or not asking for help. So you can leverage strategic action for some results. But if you don't have core power, those results will not get you to the place where you have sustainable freedom, purpose, and success. And the entire time that you're working your butt off, you will know internally at your core that something isn't right. And that inner knowing is your body set. And until you learn to include your body set in your navigation, to train it, to refine it, to honor it, to hone it, to master it, you won't be working from a core place of core power, and your real results will reflect it. Now, let's make this relevant to you unlocking like a new level of freedom, purpose, and success in your life and business. See, core power is 100% critical to having success in your marketing and sales and business growth, and more importantly, your personal life. I mean, you've probably bought a course, hired a coach, and for whatever reason, you're here listening to this podcast. And you're probably still listening because at some level or another, you don't have the results that you desire, and you're looking for a way to get that edge. Now, if this is so, I'll have you consider, in order to have something that you've never had before, you must be completely different than you've ever been before. See, core power is all about being. You've heard it said, do the thing required, then you'll have what you desire, and then you can be who you want to be. The equation is do, have, be. I'm here to tell you that equation is completely backwards. See, core power is all about be, do, have. You must have a new way of being and operating, a transformation to your body set. And if you don't, you'll continue to stay stuck and experiencing exactly what you're experiencing right now. See, core power is about the feeling that you have at a cellular level. And when you get that piece of you aligned, everything else falls into place. So my invitation to you this day is this. What core place are you creating from? Is it a core of feeling like you have something to prove or defend to someone else or to yourself? Or do you know in your core of cores that you have nothing to prove, nothing to defend? Do you know that you're worthy just because you exist, and you choose to create success, whatever that is for you, simply because you choose it? No other reason. And just know that the answer to these questions has an immediate impact on how much freedom, purpose, and success that you create and experience from day to day. Well, my friend, that's going to do it for this episode of the Anthony John Amos podcast. Thank you so much for being here today. If you want to explore what's keeping you stuck or stalled out and you're ready to really break through to a new level of success, head on over to talkwithaj.com and just schedule a time to talk with me. And on that call, we'll explore like where you're at, where you want to go. And if I feel I have a way to help you get to where you want to go, then we can explore what that could look like, or if I feel like, hey, I'm not able to really serve you, I'm not the person, then I'll connect you with some resources that I really feel will help you get to where you want to go. So if you want to have a powerful conversation to explore taking your life and business to the next level, just head on over to talkwithaj.com to schedule a time to talk with me. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. Until next time, my friend, I'm out. Peace.
Well, that's all I've got for this episode of the Anthony John Amix podcast, but we have plenty more to help you become unstoppable in life and business. So head on over to ajamix.com for exclusive resources, information, and tools to help you break through to a new level of freedom, purpose, and success. I look forward to having you back for the next episode. Bye for now.